Hi, hello, welcome.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the People It Takes podcast, also known as The Pit. I'm your host, Lauryn Squires, and I have... The Pit? Have you never heard that?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, The Pit.
Okay, yeah.
People It Takes.
I love an acronym, so.
I'm your host, Lauryn Squires, and today I have a super special guest with me. You may know him, recognize him from social media. He's very funny, very... what's the word? Relatable content creator.
I try.
But before content creation, he's one of the people it takes.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I want to welcome Tim.
Hello.
Welcome to the Pit.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I love the Pit.
That you didn't know about.
Let me just clear something up off the first. Okay.
Go for it.
My social media username is not Tim Millis. My last name is Millis. A lot of people think it's Miles.
I thought it was Miles.
And then, well, here's the other thing. A lot of people think my name is straight up Miles. Like, they'll come up to me and say, Miles, right? I'm like, yeah.
Sure, why not? That works.
So just so you know, I'm never mad, but...
So it's not Tim Miles.
Millis.
I just did it. That's so bad. Okay, Millis.
But I figured this would be the perfect platform to clear the air.
Well, now air has been cleared.
Yes.
Don't mess up, guys. If you ever see him in the park, it's Tim. Not Tim
Millis.
Miles. It's not Tim Millis.
Yes.
I was saying it's not Miles, but you have the not in the...
Well, because someone thought, again, this doesn't have to make it into it, but some people thought, my username was not Tim Miles. Like it was, my name is not Tim.
My name's
it's
not
Miles.
Tim, it's Miles. That makes sense too.
Yeah, so I might change the username to just Tim Millis. Who knows?
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. This is so confusing. Instagram names are like next level.
Mm-hmm. I thought your name was Disneyland, so.
Oh, that's easy mistake. I get that all the time.
Let's get into the Pit.
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
No. We're starting with the lightning round bonus questions.
Ooh, that was...
Because I feel like...
It's a fun part.
That's the best way to get to know someone.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
It tells a lot about a person, what their favorite Disney movie is.
Right. Oh, is that... Oh, we're in it?
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Is this live action and animated?
Animated.
Animated. And
no
Pixar?
Pixar.
Like, okay.
No Pixar.
Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
there was a reaction
questions.
there.
I know, I was like, I was surprised. Okay, Pixar.
Pixar, Toy Story 2, specifically. That scene with the cleaner, you know, how they're cleaning Woody.
I love that.
The box comes out, the music, everything about it's great, yeah.
That's a good, solid answer.
Yep.
Live action Disney movie.
Of the remakes, I haven't seen much.
They don't have to be remakes.
But even of the older ones, I can't even name that many. What's yours?
Mine is Saving Mr. Banks.
That is a great one.
I love that movie.
I think I might have to say that one. I'm not going to steal it from you, but...
Also like Swiss Family Robinsons.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen... No one's seen that movie. It's
and I haven't been in the treehouse either. I'm sorry.
Either of them?
I've been in Tarzan, or now it's...
Now it's Swiss Family.
Again.
Okay,
so I have.
Tarzan was good though. I'm kind of bummed, but also I love Swiss Family Robinson.
There you go. Now it's on Coast to Coast.
It is, which is a little...
Redundant?
Weird to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's fine. Let's see. Favorite character and why? It can be
I personally love Steamboat Willie.
Okay.
I just love how classic he is, and any merch with him on it is probably the only Disney merch I would buy.
Oh, interesting.
Because I don't wear Disney merch.
You're not a full-blown Disney
I'm not
doll.
a full-blown, no, I don't do spirit jerseys, I don't do any of that.
Fake fan.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like that's a real fan though, because you're doing the OG.
That's true. Well, because back in the day, there wasn't merch.
What? Was there not?
Like in 1955, do you think there was any sort of merch?
I bet they had those creepy Mickeys that look like the old medicine masks with their Mickey Mouse.
What are they, apothecaries? Yeah.
I feel like they had that. Yeah, that's the word. What did I call him?
The medicine man.
Yeah. Medicine mouse?
Yeah. Exactly.
Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland. Easy. I know you're a Disneyland person too, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah, exactly. Well, real quick, can we talk about why we think that? Why do you think that? Why do you like Disneyland better?
Why do I like it better?
Yeah.
Because it's Walt's creation.
Yeah.
It's the original, and
I
it's so much better. It's just home.
Yeah.
It just feels like legit.
There's a different vibe.
Yeah, completely.
The thing about Disney, I love Disney World, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Disneyland feels like I don't know, when you go to Disney World, you have to go out of your way to go into that foresty area, and
Yeah.
like it's an ordeal. But here I can like pop in, hang out for a couple hours, just chill, and it feels more like Disney World sometimes, especially Magic Kingdom, feels corporate in a way. Like there's so many gift shops, there's so many like wide
Literally,
spaces.
yeah, it feels like a commercial.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is like there's so
Like a
little
park.
space, you have to use every corner
Yeah,
to the fullest extent.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I like it.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, it just feels more like
Mhm.
like it's smaller, but it feels like better that way.
Yeah,
because it's not so like everything's not exaggerated,
Exactly, cozier, if you will.
including the castle.
Yeah, thank you.
Favorite Disney song?
Well, from Sleeping Beauty, I love Once Upon a Dream. I do.
Really?
Yeah, that's my
That's
favorite.
cute.
I love it. I do. It's just so.
No, it's a good song.
It's classic Disney, and you can't hate classic Disney. I don't think.
Do you like Maleficent?
The live action?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
This is a great podcast.
Oh, this one I'm excited for you specifically.
Okay.
Give me your like top Disney hot take.
I was thinking about this.
Oh,
Let's see.
good.
I said this. Not many people saw it, but like I did a Q&A a long time ago, like on my story, and someone asked the same question. And I guess my biggest hot take, in terms of being a guest in the parks, is, you know how people have the argument about like original ideas versus IP in the parks?
Okay, yeah.
I really don't care either way. Like how they theme the contemporary to Incredibles.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes it better. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
personally.
Disney. Yeah.
Because if you're, I don't know, overall, do you like the contemporary? I don't know. It looks
I
kind of
do.
bland to
It's
me
like-
personally.
It's good. I wouldn't. It's not like my top.
It's close to the park. That's the good
Yeah,
thing.
that's why. Like,
Yeah.
The views are pretty.
yeah. But I don't get like having the Tiana ride or having a Frozen ride. First of all, Disney's a business at the end of the day. What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna bust down doors? Is it, miscellaneous forest ride, or is it the new Inside Out ride, for example?
Yeah.
It's like I'll enjoy either one, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get mad at them for making a good business decision.
That's kind of like Small World when they added the Disney characters
Yeah.
and everyone flipped out.
Mhm.
But then they saw it and it was like, oh,
Yeah, well, because
It's
it's like
cute.
if a kid is gonna ride it, they'll see their favorite characters, and I'm like, that's
Exactly.
cool with it, you know?
then now everyone hunts for them and it's just, I
Yeah,
love it. Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Okay.
These are great questions.
Love to hear it. We're going to get into the actual Disney, the pit questions. Get into
Okay.
the pit.
Get
okay.
into the pit.
So,
Don't like that.
Tim. What year did you start with Disney?
I started in 2018. I did the college program.
Oh,
and-
really?
Yeah, 2018 fall, and I was hoping for Pixar Pier, and I got Pixar Pier retail, and yeah, that's where I started. And I worked here for 3 years, but that included a year during the pandemic.
Okay.
And then I came back for one shift, and it wasn't because of all the masks and stuff. It was just like I'm getting the same pay, but there's like 10 times more stuff I have to do. And I
Yeah.
was just like, this isn't it right now. So I dipped, and I just didn't come back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I saw, speaking of not coming back, I saw on your story
Yes.
like yesterday, someone said, would you ever work for Disneyland again? I screenshotted it. I'm like, oh, I'm remembering this. And you said no.
I said no with a smiley face.
Why?
There's a lot of reasons, but I don't know. First of all, I feel like there's so many people I met working here that I'd be like, oh, how long have you worked here? They're like 10 years. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You can kind of get stuck. That's the
Yeah.
thing. If you're not moving up, or if you're not making the right connections or whatever, or if there's just not opportunities available, you just get stuck. And a lot of the time I felt like that, even though I did become a lead during my college program, which was pretty cool.
That's so cool.
2 months in.
2 months in?
Yeah. That was, it was cool.
Yeah.
Luckily, because usually they have like you have to be here for 6 months before you can apply or something.
Yeah.
But because Pixar Pier was so new, and a lot of the people were so new, they just said, sure, if you want to apply, go for it. And they brought on like 10 leads in that round. It was crazy.
Dang.
I was one of them. I guess another part of coming back would be like, there was a lot of, people say this sometimes. I mean, like in general, this is not a knock on Disney, first of all. And this is, if you work at a place with a lot of young people, it can be like high school sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was a lot of issues in that aspect where I just aged out of that, where I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have time to deal with this. But
Drama.
also, another thing is, I don't know if you've seen my content, but I don't think Disney would have me back.
This is so valid. So you did your college program
Yeah.
at Disneyland.
Yes, I did.
Which they don't offer anymore.
Does not exist anymore.
Which is so upsetting to me, honestly. How was that?
It was good. So I lived on my own in an apartment. That's not an option in Florida, is it? You have to live on company property?
Can, I believe you can.
Really?
Yeah, you can live off property.
Okay, but that would be really inconvenient.
Yeah, it's like, why?
And another thing was not being in the, I think they called it Carnegie, was the one building. Not being there kind of like, it made you feel like you're just on a work contract.
Yeah.
Because you didn't make the friends, you didn't like have those activities, you didn't do, there's no camaraderie.
Okay.
You just showed up separately.
So Carnegie was like Flamingo Crossing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in downtown Anaheim. And
Okay.
I didn't live there, but I knew some people that did, and it's the same situation.
Okay,
Yeah,
got you.
but it's not, Flamingo looks like a big complex and all that stuff.
It's like a whole college
Yeah,
campus.
it's just like a building they bought in downtown,
Got you.
and that's where the college people live.
I see.
But again, I lived on my own.
Got you. How long was your program?
June to January, I think.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
like me too. Same. What was your role?
I was a retail cast member at Pixar Pier, and then I was a lead, and then I dropped my lead status right before I left because of, again, it was like there was a lot of like behind the scenes politics that went on,
I see.
and it was just easier to like clock in and do my job.
That makes sense, yeah.
But I was a lead for like 6 months to a year, I forget. It was great.
That's cool.
A big part of when I was a lead too is I liked protecting the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if they needed to go home early and I was the deployment lead, I would just, no questions asked, I
Help
just give
them
them
out.
an
Yeah,
hour.
that's
And
so nice.
I'd figure it out myself. But a big part of my focus was like, this is a chill work environment. Don't stress out.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you. And if you have any issues with anybody, just let me know.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so it was nice while it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like retail. I mean, most of my jobs before Disney were retail.
Yeah.
And it just gives you a chance to like, every guest you see, you get an interaction. And you can make it as big or as small as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get like even like stressed out or anything when you're over on Pixar Pier still?
For a while I did.
You had to give it a little
Yeah.
rest time.
For a while I did, and then like, since it's been years, I stopped working there in 2021.
Okay.
It's been years, so now I go there and it's like, there's fond memories, there's bad memories, but it's nice seeing some familiar faces that still work there. Or like, oh, I used to be your lead and they still like me and all that stuff.
That's
We do
so
like
cool.
a little exchange. But Pixar Pier is still one of my favorite places in the park.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's better than Paradise Pier, I'm sorry.
Wow. That's a dig. I'm like, oh, okay.
In my opinion.
No, it honestly is because it's like,
Mhm.
that's what made it kind of like what they call it when they made California Adventure. It was like a fashion mall.
Oh, yeah,
Is
I know
what
what
they
you're talking
compared it to, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh no, I love Pixar Pier now.
And it goes back to what I was saying about IP in the parks. Like, kids want to see, it doesn't matter if it's a small change. They want to see that, you know?
Yeah, it's
Stars
Disney.
all over the place and like a
For
Wally
sure.
game and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like you can't go wrong with it.
No.
It's like a Disney. Why else would you be here?
Exactly.
Okay, what is something you wish you knew going into your program and joining Disney as a company?
I would say, I was thinking about this question because I heard it in the other ones.
Nice. Yeah, it's good.
But it's not, honestly, it's not for everybody. Like, not everyone's the type of person that will enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I found out pretty quickly that, like, I'm not necessarily the type of person to enjoy it. And then another thing is, if you let those grievances out, some people who are that type of person will try to make you feel like it's your fault that it went that way.
Yeah.
But honestly, one, you could just not be that type of person, or two, you can genuinely just not have a good time.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many great stories, and I'm so happy for that. But again, just know that it might not be your thing.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's totally
It's just
fine.
a job when it
Yeah,
comes down to it.
at
It's
the
like,
end of the day. And all else fails, like if I just did my college program and didn't stay on, I would have like not traded those memories for anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what it is. It's a huge memory, once in a lifetime experience.
Right. I would
sure.
have never known what it would be like to work at Disneyland. So
You would have always wondered.
exactly, and now I know.
What's a hardship or regret you experienced while during your time at Disney? If you had any. Some people don't.
I think I kind of like mentally position myself as like, I don't know, like the first college program event where it's like a dance, they had pizza and stuff and all that. I was like, look at this. It's like a middle school dance. But then if you get into it, then that's a whole different beast. Like you can try and enjoy it. I feel like I didn't try and enjoy it as much as I could have.
Okay.
And if I had, maybe my memories of those things would be different. I mean, I just remember standing back and like watching everyone do the hoedown throwdown, and I'm like,
that's so fair.
Yeah,
That's
but
fair.
if I just like let my guard down and like enjoyed, because there were some events I loved, like they shut down Pixar Pier and only the college program kids got to like
That's so
ride
fun.
the coaster and hang out and eat. You know, they had characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is cool. And
You said eat,
Yeah.
and then you said
Eat
they
the
had
characters.
Sorry.
yeah, you could eat the characters, you can meet the food, and
Great time.
great time. Maybe I mixed it up. I don't know. But also the events, like the backstage stuff. I actually didn't sign up for those because one, they filled up really quickly.
Same. Yeah.
But I wish I would have taken advantage of that stuff a little more.
Me too.
Yeah, they were selling a dream. I wish I bought it.
Cut. That was so good. Just right there. That's gonna be the title
Yeah,
of this
there you go.
episode. Oh my gosh. No, that's so true.
Mhm.
I feel like that's like almost everyone's
Yeah.
regret is they didn't do as much as they could have.
Right.
Or
Mhm. There's always more that you could have done.
the opportunities. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
But if you could go back and relive one moment or day at Disney, what would it be?
There's like a funny moment.
Go for it.
Okay, I was working at Seaside Souvenirs in DCA, and I was just a regular cast member. And someone wanted their hat embroidered. I was on the embroidery side, and there were two ladies in front of me on the other side, and they saw a roach on the. They saw a roach climbing on the hats, and they screamed. And I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "This is a roach." And then I'm like, "Do you want me to get it?" And she's like, "No, I got it." She took her sandal off and like threw it at the roach.
No way.
And the roach didn't die; it scattered. But after that, we were all a little shaken. But I offered her an NSA for no strings attached for a free hat because she saved our lives. So.
Oh, bravo. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I would have liked to literally not even been there as me. It would have been nice to just watch that situation unfold on
Yeah.
the side.
Were there a
Yeah,
lot of people watching that? A lot of
No.
people? No, darn.
it was just an
That's
intimate
crazy.
moment between three people and a roach. Mhm.
The poor roach.
And a dream.
Yeah, and a dream. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, you know, it's
That's like good.
yeah.
I was expecting like, oh, we stayed out late at the park one night, and
Wait, can I give one more?
yeah.
One
Go
more
for
story.
it. Go for
So, wait, hold on. Is there one? What's the other question?
it. Leading up to that, what's the best experience or memory with a guest you
Okay,
have?
with the guys. Shoot, that would have been a good one for that.
I was like, no roaches involved.
Shoot. Okay, let me think.
I mean, we
It's
can
really-
switch it.
It's really the roach. Yeah.
We can switch
Okay,
it here.
well, yeah.
We'll put that one in place.
Okay. Yeah.
So
go,
that
what
was your
the
best experience memory
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
guest. Okay, so now if you could go back and relive one moment or day at Disney,
Uh-huh.
what would it be?
Okay, here's a wholesome one.
Okay, I'm ready.
It was the what do you call it? The end of program like gala or whatever.
Yeah.
They had the ambassadors there. They had like all the characters dressed up in like graduation gear,
Oh yeah.
and that was a dance I got into. That was a good one.
You
I had a
guys
good
had a
outfit
dance?
on. Yeah. There was dance and food, and it was like super fancy tables and everything. It was at the Grand Ballroom, I think.
I feel so ripped off. What? Okay.
It was really fun, and it was just like a nice moment where everybody kind of like, whether you had a good experience or a bad experience, you're like, we did it, you know? It's
Yeah.
just a good time. So that for sure I would like to
That's
relive.
so fun.
Mhm.
Go into it more. Tell me about it.
Let's see.
'Cause I didn't get one of these. I want to hear about it.
So it was like you had to dress up formal. I had like a blazer and like a nice turtleneck sweater on.
Fancy
I
tan.
know, yeah. Don't get used to it. But I don't remember what the contents of it was. It was like there was a dance floor, there were tables all around. It was like a fancy dinner, and maybe there were speeches given by the ambassadors, but you got to go up for a photo op with like the characters next to the ambassadors, and just something about it was like a good time.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good time. We had
Yeah,
a
did you have something
hallway.
like that? Oh, nice. Okay.
And we lined up. There were like a couple backdrops you could take pictures with,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got in line for pictures with graduation Mickey and Pluto.
Mhm.
Someone, I think it was Pluto.
Was he? Could he talk or could he not?
No,
Okay, then it's Pluto.
then it's Pluto. Okay, but like neither of them were talking either. So
Yeah, well,
I'm like,
that is an important point.
So we took a picture and then we were done.
Mhm.
So
Well.
you got a whole.
Yeah, we got a little gala.
You got the ambassadors
No big deal or
there. That's whatever.
Yeah,
it's
you
fine.
know, that's fine.
Another reason Disneyland's better. Once again,
You heard it here.
just
You heard
saying.
it on the pit.
Just saying, right here, people. You're never
It's a
gonna
pit
let
exclusive.
it go. Okay, what's a piece of advice you would give someone starting a program or starting with the company?
Honestly, this is gonna sound a little slimy, but like, make friends with your managers and like, make your voice. Like, if you really want to succeed at the company, there's an aspect of like you have to be. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
make yourself known because you could do the best job in the world, but if you're just in the sidelines, like they're not going to give you the time of day, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So make friends with as many people as you can. Make friends with your managers. Ask about opportunities. Like I got to shadow a manager on Main Street when I was a lead because I was going down that path for a second, and she was super nice, and I got to see the whole operation. But the only reason I got that opportunity is because I asked about it. And there's a lot of things like that working here where it won't be handed to you.
Yeah.
You gotta find
Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a good one.
that's for sure what I would suggest.
That was really good.
Thank
really
you.
good. What's the nicest thing a guest can do or has done for you? That
Oh,
one?
okay. So this is. I honestly don't have an answer, but I do have a funny story that's related
Okay,
to
go
this.
for it.
Okay, so one time I was the deployment lead in the office. For those who don't know, it's like the ones who are on the computer. You don't see the light of day, and you just kind of like handle problems. People call
Yeah.
you. But I was that a lot of the time. And my manager came in the office one time, and he sat down. He's like, "I got something for you," and I'm like, "Okay." And then he opened up. It was a guest compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast compliment.
And at the time, now you can do it on the app and stuff. It's more frequent. But at the time, it was like a huge deal. I don't know if it still is. But they had like a printed out paper with it, and it was like a big ceremony almost when they gave it to me.
That's so cool.
But they were like, Tim the other day like helped us. We needed this pin. It was our last day on vacation. He like bent over backwards to try and find it for us, and he made our whole vacation. And I was like, cool. And then he closed it and he walked away. And as I was sitting there, I was like, they got the wrong Tim. That wasn't They found the wrong one. They looked on the schedule and saw who was working that day, and they picked the wrong Tim. And by the time my manager walked away, it was like too late to say. Like
Yeah.
I just didn't know what to say.
Because it was like
about
a big
Yeah.
thing. No.
So to the Tim that was working that day, I'm sorry, but you helped somebody out. You did a great
So
job.
Thank you for being one of the people it
Thank you. Yeah, you are one of the people it takes.
You are the magic Tim, but not him.
Yeah, not that day.
That's crazy. Ours are they just like pop up on the app now. It's like, oh, cast on compliment.
yeah.
It's like, oh, cool, but you don't get like a
Because
printed
before
out.
you had to go to guest services and like
Oh wow,
all this stuff, and they printed it out, and it was like not very often, and it went in your record too.
that's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Ours
sorry.
go on our record. Yeah, poor Tim. You just stole it from him. He didn't get the promotion because of that.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy. Have you ever received cast gifts? If so, what was your favorite? Do they do that over here?
They do. They
Okay.
do. But again, a lot of the time I was working backstage, so I didn't really have
Oh, that's
much
fair.
of that. But I did see a lot of like, common guests who would come here and they would bring little care packages, a backpack full of them, and give them out to all the cast members.
Yeah.
That's always nice. Or drawings. I heard like some of the other people who've been on the podcast got some drawings.
Yeah.
But not old Tim here.
I don't think I've gotten a drawing either, so I'm right
Oh.
there with you.
Not Lauryn either.
Someone bring me a drawing,
Womp womp.
please.
Yeah.
Did you get any?
I genuinely don't think I did. No.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
That doesn't mean I was a bad employee.
I'll start making Disney content creator gifts.
Thank
Give
you.
you a little care
Thank
package
you.
when I see it.
Give it to the right
content.
Tim.
The right Tim.
Yeah.
We'll find the right Tim.
Yeah, not Miles.
Millis.
Millis.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. Hey. Oh, what's your favorite Disney souvenir you've ever got?
This one's fun. So I worked Pixar Pier the first weekend it opened. I worked it. That was like my first day. And to all the opening cast, they gave these like limited edition. I've never seen them again, but they're like Pixar Pier name tags.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to wear them on stage, but I still have it like stapled to the paper that it came with.
That's
and,
so cool.
Yeah, I want to get a frame someday maybe.
I was gonna say you should get that frame.
Yeah, yeah. But I remember people who were not in the college program and usually worked at the pier were mad because the college program kids bumped them out of the pier that weekend.
Oh no.
So they had to work on like Buena Vista Street and they didn't get the name tags.
The drama.
But I did.
That's cool.
Sorry.
Again,
Yeah.
sorry.
My Disney story seems to be pushing a lot of people out of their spot.
I didn't realize you were opening
Yeah.
team.
Opening team.
Was
of
that
Pixar
like,
Pier.
were you like the first day?
First or second.
How
but-
crazy was that?
Crazy. So do you know the store Nick Snacks?
No.
Okay. Do you know where Lamplight Lounge is?
Yeah.
Okay, across from Lamplight Lounge.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Nick
yeah,
Snacks. Yeah. It's dead these days, but the opening weekend, there was literally a line out the door, and we had to have someone positioned as like a grouper basically to like send them to
my
lines and all this
gosh.
stuff. It was crazy for 2 weeks straight, and then nowadays you can like no lines whatsoever.
You
but
just walk right
you just
through.
yeah, yeah,
That's so cool though.
yeah. It was a good time.
Have you eaten at Lamplight?
Many a time.
Is it good?
It's delicious.
Okay.
I like the lobster nachos, but replace the lobster with steak.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a steak person too.
There you go.
Every time.
I think I may be allergic to lobster.
Do tell.
This is a pit exclusive.
Exclusive.
I think nowadays when I eat shellfish, even is shrimp a shellfish?
Don't ask me these things. I'm like, it's gonna make me
Okay.
look bad.
When I eat seafood that's not like sushi, my mouth starts to tingle a little.
Weird.
Yeah, so I think I might be a little allergic. But
Oh, that's upsetting.
same thing happens with avocado, but I love avocado.
That's more upsetting.
Yeah,
That's
right? I could
crazy.
go without the seafood.
Yeah,
like
but
avocado,
avocado's like a,
especially in
it's
California.
a daily.
Yeah, exactly.
West Coast, I mean East Coasters.
West Coast, West Coast.
Literally.
They not like us.
See, this is gonna be a great season because it's all West Coast.
Yay!
I love it. Love to see it. Oh! I'm
Okay,
excited
okay,
for these ones.
okay.
Okay, these ones are new.
Okay.
New pit questions.
Uh-oh.
Okay. If you could go on one ride,
Mm-hmm.
one attraction with Walt Disney, which one would it be?
Mr. Toad's.
What?
I want to know what was going through his mind.
That's so fair. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't, but I read the synopsis, and there's nothing about HE double hockey sticks in there.
You can say hell. It's not. You're not saying it out of context. Mr. Toad
Yeah.
makes some bad choices,
And he
dies and goes to hell.
I don't think he doesn't go to hell in the movie, does he?
I haven't seen the movie.
From everything I've read, and then I made a video about it, not to go into content stuff, but I made a video about it, and the comments are like, have you not seen the movie? I'm like, it's not in the movie.
Now I need to. He sounded like Mario.
It's not in the movie.
I need to watch it now because it's not just Mr. Toad. It's like Adventures of Mr. Toad
Right.
and Ichabod.
Wind in the Willows.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Headless Horseman
Yeah.
and everything. So
But
I'm
again, everything I read mentions nothing about hell, and if someone wants to prove me wrong, then please do.
like,
But
maybe it's a book.
maybe it could be the
Maybe
book.
it's like an
but
actual book.
even then, it's like, what a bizarre thing to have in Disneyland.
I love it.
I
love it.
Don't get me wrong.
It's so chaotic.
Superiority.
I hope no one gets offended by that and
Yeah.
they take it out because I love
Exactly.
that ride.
One of the first things you did when you came here this trip was Mr. Toad.
It's
right?
literally the first ride. It's just so good. Puts you in the feels right away.
Exactly.
Um,
And warms you up.
you literally, it's brutal.
But yeah, I want to know what Walt Disney was thinking when he decided to put that in Disneyland.
He was like, this is a really wholesome
Yeah.
ride for the
Yeah.
little kids. They'll enjoy this one.
Right. And it wasn't even, it was like a first round, it was it opened with the park, so he was like, this has to be in the park. That was like, let's fast track this one
Yep.
for development.
Yep.
So he
I
loved it.
love it. I love it.
I have to know.
That's a good answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
And last one.
Yes.
Think real hard about this before you even know it. If you could ask Walt Disney one question, what would it be?
Okay. I'm gonna think hard about this one. We'll be right back. I'm just kidding.
We'll be right back on the next episode. Stay tuned.
The credits come up on the bottom of the screen. I think I would want to know how much time do I have with him.
You have
Is it like a dinner? We can talk.
you have one question with him, so he shows up, disappears after the question.
Okay. I'll have to go to
I don't know,
therapy
right?
after that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's a very good point.
You wake up in a cold sweat, middle of the night, Walt Disney's at the foot of your bed. Rather than being scared, you have the foresight to ask a question.
I'd be like, whoa,
Well,
how'd you get here?
yeah,
Why are
he's
you
like, that's your question.
You're done.
I would honestly ask about what rides, if he had 10 more years to live, what would he have done with Disneyland? What direction would he have taken it? Because I think a lot of the hardcore Disney adults ask these days, not ask, they tell you, that's not what Walt Disney would do. And I'm
Yeah.
like, one, you don't know that.
You don't know that, yeah.
I don't know at all. And two,
No one does.
I'm curious what he would do.
Yeah.
I'm curious if he would like all this stuff. Maybe there's things he would change. Maybe there's things he would add. But that's why I asked how much time I had with him, because
Yeah.
maybe he could draw some stuff out for me, show me the
Can you make me
blueprints.
some plans,
Yeah.
please, that I can present?
Yeah. Can you give me a job?
Literally.
You got connections. You're
Put
kind of
in
the
a
head.
good word in someone's dreams or
Yeah.
something,
Do a little Inception on Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inception. What
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah.
I guess that's not Disney.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your favorite non-Disney movie?
just turn around asking me questions now. Now it's Disney, but it was Lucasfilm. Indiana Jones,
Oh yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
How about you?
La La Land.
What? That's my number 2.
It's my number one.
That's
I love
crazy.
it.
Why
It's
do you
my
love La La
favorite.
Land?
It's just so I love Singing in the Rain, for example, and
Who are you? I did not think this was your.
yeah, I love this.
Loki, I thought you were gonna say Transformers or something.
No, I don't like Transformers. I mean, a stereotypical answer, I do like The Godfather, for example.
Oh,
but,
okay,
yeah,
that's such a fair.
but
That's also a
La
classic.
La Land is by far my number one. Every time I watch it, it just I've never left a theater feeling the way I did when I watched that movie.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
And then also living in the LA area, it's I don't know, it turned everyday places into paintings basically.
Another Day of Sun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's LA for you.
That's crazy. Do you like the ending?
I actually love the ending. You know why?
It's brutal.
Because I don't even know if this is gonna make it in, but let me.
It probably will though.
Okay.
Hey.
But being in the Disney bubble, everyone's all about fairy tale endings or whatever. But my favorite thing about La La Land is it is like an old school musical, like Singing in the Rain, but with a healthy dose of reality. Which is not everything works out, and you have to be. Sometimes all you can do is reconcile with it, which is they didn't end up. Sorry, spoiler. They didn't end up together, but they kind of acknowledged the times they had together in just a single glare with each other. They saw their life, what could have been, and then they just move on. Yeah.
And that's why I end it 5 minutes
Yeah.
before.
You're what a good ending.
How beautiful. They end up together. Otherwise I cry every time.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I
love La La
didn't
Land.
know.
That's my bonus question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
It was.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Cool. Well, thank you for being one of the people it took.
I
One
was
of
just
the people
what
it
is she saying
takes.
to me? Yeah.
Well, I'm you're not anymore.
Yeah.
You were one of the people it takes.
Yeah. Well, Josh doesn't work at Disney.
Well, I
anymore,
was
does
did I say took?
he? Yeah. Oh,
Did
right.
I say takes?
Yeah.
Nah, it works as takes.
I
Thank
think
you
you've-
for being one of
yeah.
the people it takes.
No problem.
And thank- no problem.
Just for season 3, I'm going to work here again and have more stories.
Can you imagine? That'd be great. Just
I'm
for
doing
season
recon
3.
research. I'm not doing that, by the way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
And
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My train of thought is everywhere. There was so much in that conversation.
There's so many ropes. We just got time together somehow.
Literally. And thank you guys for watching and showing your support. I'm so excited for the rest of this season and the rest of the West Coast, Best Coast season.
They're not like
It's
us.
just the official. That's what it's gonna be. See you guys next episode. I can't take this. I'll see you guys next week or next episode. Bye, guys.
See ya.